been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups. We have
Ace seems to have taken a cue from Lil Baby when he decided to shut down ATK, copying Lil Baby's move with 4PF. Now, the feds are focusing on Ace because of the death of Julio Fio, making an already tense situation even worse in the rap world. Some people think Ace might be involved in it. Things got even more intense when Ace shared a video on Instagram with a message that left his fans shocked, wondering if this was the end of the line. He later tweeted, "Ain't no more of that stuff. It's over and done." ATK, which stands for Ace's Top Killers, is a gang from Jacksonville, Florida, known for its connection to some controversial actions. Young Genius is an artist, but it wouldn't quite make sense, you know? It just doesn't add up if you're shedding a tear while being involved in a group that's so tightly connected to the local rap scene. The group has been part of an ongoing feud with the rival gang, Kill Them All, a conflict that's only gotten worse. This beef has spilled over from the streets and into the rap world, with diss tracks adding fuel to the fire. The situation, often referred to as the Jackson versus Rap War, has helped both Young Genius, Ace, and their rivals grow in the music industry, gaining more attention because of the Tensio prominence with their controversial lyrics and music videos tackling the ongoing disputes. Yungeen Ace and his rivals have kept the tension alive, drawing attention from fans and the media.
Hey, on everything I love, bro. On the homies, bro. I put it on everything, on my soul, on my kids. I'm the one that smacked Julio.
I mess with Ace and his crew, you know, ATK. I'm in Jacksonville all the time, if you know, you know. I was part of that situation, handled my business, cause Ace had a target on his back. They put that 10K on him, told me to slide, so I did. He was tired of all the talking, and you know how it goes, sometimes things gotta be handled. ATK has been linked to a lot of stuff in Jacksonville, and that's only sparked more talk about the crew and what they're about. As for Young Genius and Ace, their legacy is still a hot topic. With a lot of eyes on them, a lot of people are wondering if this is Ace's way of stepping away from the streets or just trying to change how the public sees him, especially after his past moves have backfired. In an interview around 2:51, Ace and his crew became the focus of a public safety warning from Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters, which only added more fuel to the fire. To make things even worse, reports came out that Julio's hits had been caught on tape, drawing even more attention and putting a spotlight on the growing drama. It's clear this situation is far from over. Uncommon for a Jacksonville sheriff to call someone out by name. Ace, a young ATK rapper, was questioned by authorities shortly after the news broke about the recent Julio Fio incident.
been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups. We have
Police allegedly arrested the rapper for interrogation, claiming his latest tracks "Do It" and "Game Over" as proof, leaving both admirers and detractors wondering whether this is Young G.A.'s last moment in relation to Julio's death. Alicia, Isaiah, Shah, Rashad, and Davin have been taken into custody. Nevertheless, authorities believe that Yungeen Ace is the mastermind behind it all. No more talk about tripping. Everybody always got say. When the time from the LB, Ace posted a message saying, "Paid, but..." Everybody's got something to say. Were they it though? They need to step up when it's time to spend that money. But don't be on some weird stuff. Don't be acting like you're tough or anything. What's wrong with y'all? Don't talk to me like that. This attitude led to authorities canceling all of his upcoming concerts, putting a serious dent in Ace's ability to expand his business and keep a steady income coming in. The drama only grew when the feds got a tip from a leaked online video that supposedly showed something related to Jacksonville, further escalating the situation and shining more light on the ongoing controversy. The rapper admitted that Julio Fio was targeted because Young Ace allegedly put up a $10,000 bounty on him. This accusation has put Ace in a position similar to Lil Durk's, with the case now being labeled a murder for hire. If convicted, Ace could face life in prison, marking a dramatic fall for one of Jacksonville's biggest rap stars. In a statement, Ace said, "Hey homies, bro, I swear on everything, on my soul, on my kids, I'm the one that smacked Julio Fio that night when he got drunk at his birthday." This bold confession has only added to the growing tension around the case. "Celebration, bro," a masked figure stated in a leaked video. I ain't going to show my face or give my identity away, but you know I did that, you feel me? There was money on his head, you feel me? I rock with Ace. And then boys, ATK, you feel me? I stay in Jacksonville heavy. If you know, you know. The masked figure continued. Ace put that 10K up, told me to slide because he got tired of Theo running his mouth. What had to be done, you. Feel me? So I handled it, you feel me? It is what it is, bro. Yungeen Ace being linked to such a high-profile situation isn't uncommon in this world, especially with everything happening on social media. The police said social media played a huge role in tracking movements leading up to Filio's ambush. Detectives uncovered strong links between posts, messages, and money trails, making the case against Ace even more solid. Filio's birthday weekend, which was supposed to be a celebration, ended up becoming an unforgettable tragedy. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, once again shining a light on the dark patterns that seem to keep repeating in the industry. This situation led to authorities canceling all of Ace's scheduled concerts, seriously hindering his ability to grow his business and maintain a steady income. The controversy only deepened when the feds received a tip from a leaked online video where a Jacksonville rapper allegedly admitted that Julio Fio was targeted because Yungeen Ace supposedly put up $10,000 as a bounty. This accusation has placed Ace in a position eerily similar to Lil Durk's, with the case now being referred to as a murder for hire. If convicted, Ace could face severe legal consequences, which could be a major turning point in his career. If convicted, Ace could face a life sentence in prison, marking a major fall for one of Jacksonville's most prominent rap figures. In a leaked video, a masked figure claimed, "Hey homies, bro. I put it on everything, on my soul, on my kids. I'm the one that smacked Julio Fio that night when he got drunk at his birthday celebration." The figure went on to say, "I ain't gonna show my face or give my identity away, but you know I did that. There was money on his head. I rock with Ace and them boys, ATK. I stay in Jacksonville heavy, you feel me?" This confession has only added to the growing controversy and has put even more attention on Ace and his involvement in the situation. The masked figure continued, "I stay in Jacksonville heavy, if you know, you know. Ace put that 10K up, told me to slide because he got tired of Theo running his mouth. What had to be done, you feel me? So I handled it. It is what it is, bro." Being linked to such a high-profile situation isn't uncommon in this world, especially with the role social media plays. The police claimed that social media was crucial in tracking movements leading up to Theo's ambush. Detectives uncovered significant connections between posts, messages, and money trails, strengthening the case against Ace's alleged involvement. This discovery has only made the case stronger against Ace's alleged involvement. What was supposed to be a celebratory weekend for Filio turned into an unforgettable tragedy. This claim has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, once again drawing attention to the grim patterns that continue to play out in the industry. Unfortunately, this strategy was as reckless as it was dangerous. When Filio finally arrived at the club, he made another mistake by posting a story from inside the venue, revealing his exact location. "I'm in the upstairs lounge if you're looking for me," he posted. These kinds of posts only made things worse, putting him at greater risk. By posting his location, Filio essentially provided a step-by-step guide for anyone with bad intentions. The events that followed would prove just how costly that move could be. It gave the ops plenty of time to gather their crew, finalize their plan, and carefully scope out the area where Theo was located. Timing their retaliation to the 23rd of the month was deliberate and symbolic, but we'll get into why that matters later. After leaving the club, Theo and his crew regrouped in the parking lot as his manager searched for a nearby place to stay. Eventually, they decided on a location. Unaware that their next move would lead to disaster, they headed over to a nearby Holiday Inn just down the street, and according to sources, everything seemed calm when they arrived. The crew relaxed in the parking lot, but that peace didn't last long. Out of nowhere, 3 cars came speeding down the street, packed with rival street members, all armed and targeting Theo's crew. Among the rivals was a key figure whose only mission was to locate Theo and make sure the plan went off without a hitch. What happened next was a calculated act of retaliation, carefully timed to align with the 23rd of the month. This date had significance, and the timing was no accident. The attack was part of a larger, Deliberate strategy that held significance because of Filio's infamous diss track, When I See You, where he mocked Yungeen Ace for losing his brother in the song. Filio taunted Went out to eat on his birthday for hit 3 passed in the worst way. He kept dissing on me, and now we hit in 23. Fast forward to the present, and the tables had turned on Filio's birthday. The same rivals orchestrated a brutal attack, hitting a total of 4 people on the 23rd day of the month, eerily mirroring the lyrics Fio once used to taunt Youngeen's diss-res. Suspecting Yungeen Ace, the revenge reached a peak when Yungeen Ace referenced the incident in his latest track, rapping, "For in the car, 1 of them gone, 3 got hit," solidifying the retaliation through his music and flipping Filio's own lyrics against him. This move only intensified the feud, with Ace's crew clearly responding to the tragic events surrounding Filio's death. Just 6 hours after the incident, Yungeen Ace dropped Do It, a diss track aimed directly at Julio Fio, further fueling the ongoing conflict. Meanwhile, Ace's right-hand man stirred even more controversy by sharing an old video that added more fuel to the fire, keeping the tension high and the drama alive. A tweet from King Von read, "Game over, we won, stupid," and the timing of the post only added fuel to the fire, sparking reactions from fans and the media. But it was what the police uncovered during months of investigation that truly shifted the narrative. Just a month before Julio Fio's tragic passing, he did an interview where he revealed that there were plans for a collaborative song between the rival groups, meant to promote peace and end the violence in Jacksonville. This revelation left many feeling frustrated and disheartened, knowing that what could have been a step toward peace was instead overshadowed by the violence that ultimately took Fio's life. The entire situation might have been avoided if the peace initiative had actually been followed through. Fans and observers expressed their disappointment, while others saw it as a tragic irony, a reflection of the ongoing cycle of violence in the rap game. Rappers and celebrities were quick to share their thoughts on the tragedy, with Charleston White, known for his unfiltered opinions, chiming in. He bluntly stated, "Everybody keeps asking me, well, what do you think?" before adding, Julio Fio wouldn't make it to heaven, pointing to the lifestyle choices that shaped Fio's legacy. Charleston's comments stirred controversy, as they brought attention to the harsh realities of the environment many of these artists find themselves in. Charleston White's comments stirred controversy, but they also echoed the sentiments of many, including law enforcement. For the police, Filio's passing was especially significant, as it marked an escalation in the already volatile environment tied to earlier events, including the murder of Yungeen Ace's best friend, ATK Mitch. This connection painted a larger picture of retaliation and tragedy. In April 2022, police officers spotted Julio Fio driving a Dodge Durango with illegal window tint. When they pulled him over on the side of the road, what happened next shocked everyone. The situation quickly spiraled, adding another layer of tension to an already dangerous and unpredictable scenario. "I didn't want to bring it up. I know you're going to be upset," the detective began cautiously. "Mitch, I'm just going to text someone to talk to you real quick about Lap." "And Mitch, how long is this going to take?" Fio asked, already tense. "Not that long. They just want to ask what you know about Lap," the detective replied. Once Fio was taken into the car, he quickly realized this wasn't going to be a casual conversation. He was soon escorted to be interrogated. Fio, visibly wary, started explaining his connection to Mitch, saying he used to know him well. It was clear from the start that the conversation would dig deeper into things Fio wasn't expecting to discuss. "Come to my mom's house. I used to stay on the corner, and he'd show his support," Fio said, trying to keep things casual. The detective nodded, then pressed on with some small talk. Then the real questions came. "As far as Mitch goes, what are you hearing?" the detective asked. Fio, choosing his words carefully, answered, "Not much, to be honest. I was in Miami when I heard the news. I saw everyone talking about Mitch on Instagram." The detectives, however, had their suspicions about Fio's involvement in ATK Mitch's death. They weren't buying the answers so easily, and were clearly digging for more. But the detectives had nothing concrete to pin on him. They hoped they could catch him slipping during the questioning. "All right," the detective began again. "The reason I'm here, I'm lead on your friend's case. You don't have a friend who recently got killed." Fio remained guarded. "A lot of friends, but I don't know recently." "Mitch," the detective pressed. The detective dug deeper. I'm lead on that. I don't know how close you guys were, but can you give me a rundown of your relationship? How'd you meet? How long y'all been cool? Theo, staying calm and composed, answered with caution. He wasn't about to give them anything more than what he thought was nieces giving vague answers that offered little insight. The interrogation wasn't yielding the results the detectives had hoped for. They began fishing for anything useful. If you hear something down here, let us know. His mom, she deserves answers too, the detective urged, but Filio remained steadfast, insisting, my little brother, I don't know who did it, I ain't he nothing. Despite the pressure, Theo managed to avoid incriminating himself, leaving detectives frustrated and no closer to solving Mitch's case. That's what I'm saying, you would never, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, Theo said, trying to maintain his composure under the intense pressure of the interrogation. I just heard they said, little bro, you know what I'm saying, but I was in Miami at the time. Theo firmly denied any involvement in ATK Mitch's death. The detectives, growing visibly frustrated with his tight-lipped responses, shifted their focus. Do you think your music could have influenced someone or played a role in the violent crime wave gripping Jacksonville? They asked, trying to get him to open up. The tension in the room grew as the detectives tried to connect Theo's music to the chaos unfolding in the streets. Triggered something. The way you all go back and forth in this, one detective asked sharply. Theo quickly shut it down, responding, nah man. Even before I was rapping, it was already like this. You know what I'm saying? You can't just blame my music for something like that. Despite the detective's efforts to make him talk, Theo stuck to his story, denying any connection to the crime. He remained firm in his responses, refusing to give them anything more than what he had already said. Meanwhile, the family of ATK Mitch continued to demand answers about what happened to their loved one. Theo, who many believe knows the full truth, kept his silence, leaving questions unanswered and tensions rising. Theo's silence continued to frustrate both the police and the community, only adding to the tension. His refusal to speak out caught the attention of controversial commentator Charleston White, who didn't hold back his criticism. Man, you know something? You ain't fooling nobody, Charleston declared in a heated social media rant. His frustration mirrored the pain of Mitch's family, who were desperate for justice. But Charleston's words also reflected the broader issue, fueling what could be an ongoing cycle of violence. Yungeen Ace's crew might see Theo's silence as a reason to retaliate, pushing the feud further out of control. The situation now leaves one big question. Will the truth ever come out, or will this feud continue spiraling into more violence? If you enjoyed this video and want to stay ahead of all the trending rap news, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to never miss an update, and we'll see you in the next one.